Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have another book box for you. This one is kind of fun though because it's kind of a book box, but it's also kind of a travel box, which you know I love both. It is the Wordy Traveler and they have so many subscription options. I will try to sort of summarize them for you here in the video, but also of course in the description box below. But I believe that what they have sent to me for review is sort of their classic, where you get one book and you can choose if you want fiction or nonfiction, as well as a bunch of goodies, and that starts at $54.99 and plus shipping. The shipping I think is around $10, at least that's what it would be to me in California last time I checked, but I do have a code for you. It should still be working. It's just Noelle, and I'll leave the link for you in the description box below as well, and that will save you 15% on any of the subscriptions, I believe. Now, like I said, there is the option to just do one book, fiction or nonfiction. Of course, you can do two books where you get one of each, or you can say that you want two fiction or two nonfiction, and that starts at around $77.18 plus shipping. Of course, the shipping is going to go up a little bit with the added weight of a book. They also have an option for three books. You can do three nonfiction, or you can do three fiction, or you can do a mix. They have all the different permutations of it, and that's around $100 per quarter plus shipping. And then they even have a 4-book option where you can do two fiction, two nonfiction, and finally they have a 6-book option where you get all 3 of the fiction books that they have for that quarter and all 3 of the nonfiction books. So essentially they have kind of a library of 6 different books, 3 in each, fiction and nonfiction, and then you get to choose how many you want and how you want those to be sort of broken up. Now, in addition to all of those, you guys, and by the way, the 6-book option I think is around $127 plus shipping. Now, they also have a culinary subscription. They have some standalone boxes, but they also have add-ons that go along with the destination or the theme for each quarter. That I believe starts at $64.99. They have a children's read with me sort of add-on where you get a children's book that is within that theme or destination. That's just $16, which I think is a great add-on to make it more of a family subscription. And they also have extension journeys where I think they find you additional books about that destination, and that is $45.99. But it's all pretty clearly laid out for you on the website, especially as you get into the subscription. It's kind of like you get to choose your adventure essentially and pick what options you want as you go along. Now, the box did actually arrive to me in a very cute mailer bag that had their little elephant logo, as well as kind of it was fashioned to look like a suitcase, but you guys know my mail carriers are ridiculous on my packages, so it was like ripped and torn to shreds. So I didn't save the mailer bag because there wasn't much to look at. So inside it was just a simple black box this time around, which we're totally fine with. It did have a little label with the elephant, which I did go ahead and open up just to double check and see what subscription they actually sent to me. I'm pretty sure it's the nonfiction option. Now, I personally would probably choose the fiction option normally. However, I get so many other book subscriptions these days, and I do love a good travel nonfiction book that I think that if I were subscribing and it wasn't sent to me for a review, I might actually go with the nonfiction. So it's like the Wordy Traveler knew what I was going for. I also, of course, really love the subscription when they are featuring a destination that I have actually visited, as well as when they send me one that I haven't visited, because it makes me that much more excited to one day do so. Now, this winter edition, you guys, is a place that I do want to go to, but it is a very difficult place to get to. It's a very sort of expensive place to get to, and it is the Arctic. So let's see what it looks like inside. So everything has been neatly fashioned inside, and we'll talk about some of the sort of features that are always in a Wordy Traveler box, because I've been reviewing this for quite some time. I subscribed as a subscriber like a couple years ago for a full year. There is definitely savings if you do the annual subscriptions, by the way, and then just recently they started sending it to me for review again, and I'm very excited about it. So this is what it looks like. So it's the Arctics, so probably maybe both poles. I'm not sure if we're just focusing on Antarctica or the North Pole as well. I would love to go, but it is quite the journey. Like I said, you have to go at a certain time of year. Usually it involves, a boat. You have to like work with research stations. You have to get all the clothes. A lot of the touring outfitters will actually give you the proper clothes, but guys, I want to see some emperor penguins in their natural natural habitat. That is like one of my bucket list things. So don't know when that's going to happen, because that would be like 3 years worth of trip budgets, and I love seeing everything else. So we'll see when I get around to that. So it is the winter 2023 journey. On the back side, they show us what the items are that go along with it. And it does just tell us about, of course, the culinary subscriptions, the Read With Me subscription, like I said, and the new extension journey and limited editions. They also have exclusive content on the Wordy Traveler blog, and they have season 2 of the Wordy Traveler podcast launching. It actually launched last month, I guess. So I didn't know that they were doing a podcast too. That's kind of cool. Then we have sort of our more in-depth pamphlet. You guys look, we've got some, is that a polar bear? That's another thing. Puffins, penguins, all the things we want to see, and some gorgeous like frozen trees. I just love it. So Wanderlust fulfilled. No elephants there, even though that's their logo. So fun facts about the Arctic, Antarctica, and Arctica. So I'm confused because they left out the sea. So we have, I'm pretty sure Antarctica has a 2 C's in it, right? I think that was just a little typo. And then Arctica. Is Arctica not have? I feel like they both have extra C's. Look, you guys. So I'm pretty sure we're missing some C's, but that's okay. It's a hard word to say. All right, so the Arctic is the northernmost region of Earth. So yes, it should be Arctic, and says most scientists define the Arctic as the area within the Arctic Circle, a line of latitude about 66.5 north of the equator. Within this circle are the Arctic Ocean basin and the northern parts of Scandinavia, Russia, Canada, Greenland, and the U.S. state of Alaska. Polar bears, the largest land predators on Earth, are only found in the Arctic. So yes, Arctic, but maybe I'm pretty sure it's Arctica and Antarctica, right? So it's the polar opposite. Haha. So it says there are approximately 4 million inhabitants of the Arctic, and it's estimated that on average 10% of these are indigenous. In Greenland, however, approximately 89% of the population belongs to one of Greenland's 3 indigenous Inuit ethnic groups, the Kalalit, Tunumit, and Inuit. I probably butchered those. I apologize to the people of Greenland. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest of Earth's 5 major oceans, but it still covers 14 million square kilometers. That's almost twice the size of Australia. And then now we're talking about Antarctica, which is the highest, driest, coldest, and windiest continent on Earth. Antarctica covers 14.2 million square kilometers. It says the Antarctic ice sheet is the largest ice store on Earth. Antarctica, sometimes they have the sea and sometimes they don't, contains 90% of the ice on Earth. Antarctica contains 70% of the world's fresh water. So it's kind of hard to keep them straight, but let's actually have a secret password today, you guys. So when you come across a secret password in one of my videos, you want to enter it along with your contact information in the Google form that is also linked for you in the description box below. And then at the end of the month, I go through and I use a random number picker to select a few winners to receive a mystery box as my way of saying thank you so much for watching my videos. I actually usually give you until around the 5th of the following month to make sure you've gone back and gotten all of the secret passwords for the month. If you're in the NoBot Nook, you get an extra secret password, and I usually give you a little hint in terms of how many there were that month. So definitely worth being in the NoBot Nook. I'll leave the link for that in the description box below as well. You do have to be 18 years or older, you have to be subscribed to my channel, and you have to have a US or Canadian mailing address. I've been having some issues with the Canadian shipping these days, but hopefully we'll get back on track very, very soon. So today's secret password is Arctic, A-R-C-T-I-C, 2 C's. All right, guys, inside we also have, to kind of promote, I think, their culinary boxes, we have a recipe for limpa bread, which is a Scandinavian rye bread. That sounds delicious, but I'm usually too impatient to make bread. And then, of course, we have a little bit about the beautiful huskies, or like Iditarod dogs. Oh my gosh, when I was in Alaska, I got to hold some of the puppies, and they were so adorable. I would love to go for the Iditarod one day. I think that would be really, really cool. And then on the back, they just have a little promo for Adventures with Disney. Man, I would love to go on a Disney vacation, even to Antarctica. That would be amazing, but again, super duper expensive. So we'll have to put that on the back burner. So that's like a dream trip when I win the lottery. Okay, opening it up for everything else. It looks like we've got our classic Ohio tea, of course, because they always include a tea blend. I think sometimes they do coffee now as well. don't hold me on that. There's usually a little charm that goes with the destination. So if you've been a subscriber for a long time, you have quite the charm bracelet going on, which I kind of wish I had started that tradition when I first started traveling. I'm around like 80 something countries now, and I haven't found like one thing that I always buy. Like I try to pick up jewelry, you know, I don't have like, I don't do like bells or thimbles or, you know, shot glasses or what have you. Like it's one of those things I should have done, but now it's like too late. So let's see. We got our tea from Ohio Tea Company. This is Arctic Raspberry. I almost feel like they must have made it for the box. It's caffeine free. It is apple pieces, lemon verbena, lemongrass, hibiscus, lemon pieces, raspberry pieces, cornflower petals, and natural flavors. So things that don't grow, of course, in the Antarctic. I don't think there's any tea that comes from there, but it does have a lovely image, and it does sound very refreshing and very cooling. So maybe it would be a nice iced tea, right? That would be appropriate for this one. And then we also get our art print. Ooh, this is actually gorgeous. So I do like to collect art. My husband and I have started picking up art pieces whenever we can, original pieces, or, you know, if we have to, just a nice postcard that we have framed. This is always nice because they kind of give you matting. Oh, this is, yeah, it almost looks like it's a card because it says occasion and date. Is it a card? Yeah, they actually did it as a greeting card, so it has this nice border, but look at this gorgeous black and white image of these ice flows. So again, I've never been to the Arctic or the Antarctic. Well, I guess I've been to Alaska, but I haven't been to Antarctica, and I would love, love, love to go. So I do usually really like the art pieces. I'm not sure which one this is, if it's Antarctica or the Arctic. I'm guessing it's the Arctic, the northernmost, because, let's see, it doesn't say on the back, I don't think either. So I was just double checking, but it's just got like a little pocket. So you could always replace that if you wanted to and take it out and get it framed and then use the card for a different image. So that's kind of a nice change. They did include an envelope for you if you do want to use it as a card. Here is our charm. You guys, this is exciting because we got a little extra in here. So our charm this time around, I was like, it's going to be a polar bear or penguin, right? So it looks like it is a little polar bear charm, but you know, he's in silver, so you can't necessarily tell that it's a white polar bear. It almost looks like any old bear. Could be a brown bear, you don't know. But I think that's cute. I would have loved a penguin though, because I love me some penguins. They're amazing. But also in this little guy, we got one of those really cool corner bookmarks that I have been sort of eyeing. I keep seeing the like felt embroidered, personalized ones. And then of course there's all kinds of sites that do like, you know, they've stolen that idea from Etsy, but I do think these are really cute. So it's in this like nice little faux stitched dark blue leather so that you just put that in as your corner bookmark. I think that's a really cute idea. I've been trying to think of what I want to do for our book nook. We have the No-Bot Nook, and then we have the No-Bot Book Nook, which is our book club. And so I'm trying to do something special for those who have joined for our first round, led by our fearless leader, Priscilla. So more on that later. And if you want to know more about being a part of our book club, definitely you got to join the No-Bot Nook over on Facebook. Ooh, this looks good, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the book, and then we have two other items that are included. So the tea as well as the charm and the print, those are things that are always in a Wordy Traveler box, and then you get 2 to 3 other items. So we got a little extra with our little bookmark, which is kind of cool, and then we have 2 items that are part of this winter journey. So this is, I'm guessing this is considered the nonfiction, so it's called Woman, Captain, Rebel, The Extraordinary True Story of a Daring Icelandic Sea Captain by Margaret Wilson. That's really exciting. I might have to pass this book on to my father, who is a boat captain, so he loves all sea tales. Look at those gorgeous northern lights. I've gotten to see them in Iceland. I would love to see them again, though, in their full splendor, because it wasn't like the best week for viewing when we went. Every day was a fight for survival, equality, and justice for Iceland's most renowned female fishing captain of the 19th century. History would have us believe the sea has always been a male realm, the idea of female captains almost unthinkable. But there is an exception, so notable she defies any expectation. This is her remarkable story. This sounds so good, you guys. It says, Captain Thurder born in Iceland in 1777, lived a life that was both controversial and unconventional. Her first time fishing on the open, unprotected rowboats of her time was at age 11. Soon after, she audaciously began wearing trousers. She later became an acclaimed fishing captain, brilliant at weather reading and seacraft, and consistently brought in the largest catches. In the Arctic seas, where drownings occurred with terrifying regularity, she never lost a single crew member. Renowned for her acute powers of observation, she also solved a notorious crime. In this extremely unequal society, she used the courts to fight for justice for the abused, and in her 60s embarked on perilous journeys over trackless mountains. Weaving together fastidious research and captivating prose, Margaret Wilson reveals Captain Thurider's fascinating story, her extraordinary courage, intelligence, and personal integrity. Through adventure, oppression, joy, betrayal, and grief, Captain Thurider speaks a universal voice. Here is a woman so ahead of her time. She remains modern and inspirational today. Her story can now finally be told. This sounds amazing. Wow, that sounds so great. So I love this. Is this like a new, I gotta look and see how new this is. I've never heard of her. I'm used to like Icelandic names being like Thursdottir, right? So 2023. So I think they were actually waiting on this book to arrive because it is a new release. I think it sounds phenomenal. So wow, that's like one that I'm probably gonna like hold on to and read. All right, here's one of our items that we got in here. This is super cute. So we get these in a lot of winter boxes, lifestyle boxes, but this one is adorbs. It says, stay warm with this super cozy, double layered, extra wide headband. I just think this is really cute with the like confetti pops of color in there as well. So it says, the hand knitted wool band on the outside will keep you warm during winter's coldest days. The synthetic fleece on the inside will protect you from the wind and any chill. So look how nice and fleecy soft that is on the inside. Wow. And you guys, this one actually looks like big enough that you're not necessarily going to wear it as a headband where it's going to bunch up underneath your hair, because my hair is super thin, where I might be able to actually pull it down low enough like a beanie so that it doesn't pop my hair up. I don't know that I'm going to try it on now, but it is awfully cute. And you guys know I love some gray. It also would definitely work because, you know, it's very windy in Antarctica and probably also in the Arctic, where I wouldn't be wearing my hair down, even though it's like a cute snow bunny look. I'd probably have it up, and then I would just be able to easily put that over my ears. So I might hold on to that one. You know why? Because this one also looks like big enough that it's going to fit my big old head, because a lot of the times they don't. And I just, like I said, I like that it's the gray, but with those little pops of color in there. So there's purple and green and orange and yellow. So that's pretty cute. Again, I will be using it for probably less severe climates. We got another little package here. So this is an interesting item, I feel like, to represent the Arctic, but it is a teacup. Now, I've gotten a teacup once before in the Japan box from Wordy Traveler, probably a couple years ago now. They did wrap it up pretty good, and I'm happy to say that it looks like it came in one piece. And it looks like there was some color variation because the one they're showing on the card is in red. Mine is in this beautiful blue. Look at this gorgeous ceramic vessel. It almost looks like a little vase. Teacups infused with masterful craftsmanship from the artisans. Pottery is the art of giving identity to clay and shaping them into vessels. Earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain are the main types of pottery. Clay or other ceramic materials are first kneaded to ensure even moisture content and no air is trapped within. It's then shaped using hands on a potter's wheel and dried. The dried vessel is then fired inside a furnace to make it hard and durable. So I'm not sure why we got a teacup, but it does say that it is handmade, lead-free, microwave and dishwasher safe. We love that. So let's see. It doesn't actually tell me the brand. I wonder if it's on the bottom. It doesn't have a print on the bottom either. So I guess it's just because it's a winter box. So we have this nice teacup. Again, it's kind of interesting shape, right? So I'm used to like more Japanese teacups when they are without a handle, or some of the, I guess, Scandinavian ones that we've gotten from Norley boxes too, that like have a little bit of a more simple design. But I do think that it's a really pretty pattern. It's almost got like a chinoiserie vibe to it, but of course it's always nice when you don't have a handle, you know, then you get to put your hands around it on both sides. So two things that kind of go with the winter, right? We got our little teacup, which you guys know how I am with teacups and any kind of drinking vessel. I like them to come in pairs, especially with something very cute and demure like this. It would have been nice if we got two. And then we got this nice little woolly headband for winter climbs, because a lot of us are probably not actually going to the Antarctic. And then of course we got those three features of all Wordy Traveler boxes, which is of course our tea blend from Ohio Tea Company, our charm, we got a little polar bear, and our print that was a really gorgeous print, and then we got a little extra, which is this little cute bookmark. So it kind of all goes in that blue palette. But you guys let me know in the comments below, is the Antarctic or the Arctic on your travel bucket list like it is on mine? Have you read that book or even heard of that captain? I am so interested to read more, and I'm very curious to find out what the other 5 books from Wordy Traveler are for this season. You guys let me know in the comments below as well. What would you choose? Would you choose fiction or nonfiction, or would you choose a mixture of the two? I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.